What's going on, y'all? This is Lbtharealist, and you're tuned into Surrealistic Studios once again. And I just wanted to touch upon a subject that doesn't get much coverage, really. And that's the subject of all subjects. And that's the subject of why we are not talking about these subjects. What do you mean by that, LB? Well, what I mean by that is I just watched a video by Kyle Kalinske from Secular Talk. He's a popular YouTube host. I'm sure you've heard of him. I'm sure some of you love him. Some of you probably dislike him because he's a part of TYT. Okay, fair enough. I still watch his videos from time to time because he's one of the people that tries to at least bring you the important stories instead of just focusing on the Trump-Russia narrative. Now, he does do a few videos on Russia and Trump, but he does bring you the story. So he just did a video on the Bernie Sanders versus John Kasich debate. And I swear, disclaimer, I didn't watch the whole thing from beginning to end. I skimmed and scammed through it from beginning to end, and then from the end to the beginning. I watched the beginning opening section with Bernie Sanders, and then I watched the end of the debate. And I skimmed and scammed in between. Throughout this whole interview, all I could see when I went from this point to that point, to that point, to that point, to that point, all I could see was Trump, 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 Russia, 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 James Comey, Michael Flynn, investigation, Trump, Russia, Russia, Trump, Comey, James, Michael Flynn, Comey, investigation, Trump, Russia, 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 all that nonsense. And I didn't even want to watch the debate because I had a feeling it was going to be like that. And I heard from a few of my subscribers that it was going to be like that. But they actually talked about the issues for all about 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes throughout 55 minutes of a debate. So the only times they ever talked about the issues was in the beginning when Bernie Sanders made his 1 minute opening remark, and they asked him to make a remark or his reaction from the whole Trump, Russia, Michael Flynn, James Comey tape investigation bullshit. That was his first minute. And thank goodness, thank you, Bernie Sanders, for everything that you do and for everything that you are. He still spoke on the issue. He was like, you know, it's unfortunate that I have to come out here and talk about Trump and all of this bullshit when the people want to talk about the real issues facing America. You know, like, he even said it in his first minute. He couldn't help himself but to still bring it back to the issues. And at the end of the debate, he got so fed up with Dana Bash, I believe her name is, and the other guy, the other reporter, I forget what his name is, but they're both from CNN. They were hosting the debates. He gets so fed up that he just calls them out. Like, you know what? How come every time we have a debate, we can never talk about the issues? How come we don't talk about the oligarchy and trade and Medicare for all and income inequality? You know, like, he just kept bringing it back to the issues. And again, thank you, Bernie Sanders. Like, for everyone, I don't understand. He endorsed Hillary Clinton. He's out there stomping for the Democratic Party and pulling people back in. I get it. But with all that said, like, you can't totally hate Bernie Sanders. Like, you can't hate the person who continuously, day after day, brings it back to the issues. So what? He's stomping for Hillary. Look, I'm cool with him or with him not being in a leadership position in the real resistance, because I know better. I know at the end of the day, he feels the way he feels, and that's just him. At the end of the day, we need to do what we need to do as the real resistance and as progressives. We need to talk about the issues. We need to raise awareness. We need to be active and diligent. And we need to really understand that it's not about a party. It's not about one person. It's about the issues. It's about the problems that we face day to day. Why are we not talking about the oligarchy? Why are we not talking about trade? Why are we not talking about income inequality and how the top 1% are getting everything and we're getting crumbs, half a crumbs? Why are we not talking about net neutrality and how they just voted 2 days ago to kill net neutrality, to kill the internet as we know it? Why are we not talking about the end of the internet as we know it? Why are we not talking about all of these conflicts and wars that we're involved in? Why are we not talking about regime change? And why are we not talking about homelessness in America? Why are we not talking about how these big pharmaceutical companies and big oil and Wall Street and all of these people are squeezing us and squeezing us and squeezing us until we ain't got nothing left? Why are we not talking about the real issues? Ask yourself that question. And on the people side of it, why are we accepting this shit? Why are we complicit? I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying the vast majority of us are complicit. 2/3 of the United States of America didn't even vote in the election. You know, we're leaving our lives to be ruled by a higher class. And we're not even pressuring them to talk about the issues. Instead, we're allowing them to direct the narrative. Well, they don't get to direct the narrative. They don't get that pleasure. They are not the 99%. We are the 99%. We don't get paid $30,000 a day to go out there and talk about bullshit. So this is what I need for my peoples out there, my subscribers, all the people that watch this video, the people that subscribe and follow Tim Black and Nico House and H.A. Goodman, Jimmy Dore, and Kyle Kalinske, Mike Figueredo from the Humanist Report, Sane Progressive, Debbie from Sane Progressive. If you like Benjamin Dixon, or if you like Real Progressives, or if you like the New Progressive Voice, all of these people, pay attention. Pay attention to what these people say. Pay attention to the mainstream and what they say and what they're doing. And you ask yourself, just like Pac said back in the day, you ask yourself, is that shit real? Is it real? Are they real? Are they bringing you the real? You know how some people keep it real? Let me keep it realist. It's not fucking real. Okay? Keep it substantive. Talk about the issues. Talk about the problems. Talk about what's really going on. Talk about what matters. Don't let nobody stifle you. Just like my Uncle Tim Black say, don't let nobody take your cornbread. And with that, LB the realist out. Love, peace, and chicken. Grease, my peeps.